Hello everyone, welcome to this video. For last few days, I've been working a lot with the ARM templates and getting, really excited about all the features that it offers. One thing I discovered that you can do if you want to automate your deployment is using the Azure Resource Manager template feature from the portal, and that's an amazing feature and I didn't know about it. I have been using the code, Visual Studio Code, and I have some. This one is really good as well, and I'll do some more videos. I have already done a couple to make sure that you have a good template that you are using, things like that. So all of that stuff, the Visual Studio Code provides all the validation. It can extract, it can do format document, it can extract parameters, it can do a lot of stuff for you. But from Azure portal, you can also do a lot of stuff. So in this one, let's go to templates. Okay, let me see if it's here. uh, I want to see if it's from here or if it's a deployment template where we need to go. I think it's probably the deployment template where we need to go. So let's see, deployment, create deploy custom template. That's where you want to be. Okay, so in this one, when you come here, okay, what you can do, you can create a quick start template, or you can use a template specification. Okay, so here I have nothing right now, so I'm gonna go with the quick start template. But what I'll do, let's try to create something common. Okay, here if I say, okay, create a virtual machine, uh, let's try that. Okay, let's see what we have here. So in this one, what you're seeing, this is going to create a new template for me. Okay, and this one will add six different resources already in my template. So you can click right here and it's going to tell me that how many parameters we have, how many variables we got, and how many resources it's going to create. Okay, so over here, if I look at the parameters is something that you would be giving it at the deployment time that is outside your template. You don't want to hard code that. For example, your VM name. So if you look at that in this parameter section, you have the VM name. It's a string. The default name is simple Linux VM. So if you do not provide anything, it is going to use the simple Linux VM as its name. Admin username, it's again coming from the parameter file. Okay, so right now there's nothing is provided, no default. Authentication type, it's going to be a password type authentication, and you can either use default is password, but you can use SSH public key or password for this one. Admin password or key, it is going to be a secure string, meaning when you are deploying, if you see a field like in the UI, if you put in the password, it will not be visible. DNS level prefix, this one got a default value. The default value, we're using a function to lower, and then we are getting simple VM 0 and then unique string descriptor ID. So what it's going to do, it's going to create the unique string ID, and most likely it's going to place right over here. Okay, then do a concat of this too. Okay, then we have Ubuntu OS version. Here are the allowable values. Okay, so this is 12, 14, 16, and 18. Those are the allowable values that we have. Let's see, Ubuntu OS version. Location is going to be this right now. VM size. So all of those things, they're parameterized. Virtual network name. So it's going to create default value is going to be the VNet. Subnet is going to be, looks like one subnet is going to be created. Then network security group, one network security group is also going to be created. Now there are some variables that you don't need to change, like a public IP address name, but what it's going to do, it's doing some interesting stuff here. It's doing some formatting, and it's using parameter VM name and the public IP formatting, net int and the VM name. Then by default, the OS disk type, it's the standard LRS. If you want to change that, you can. Subnet address, you have address prefix, Linux configuration, all of that stuff, you have got it. So if you go through this, and you can, again, you can change any of that. And this template is going to deploy how many different things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going to deploy a network card. So that is a provider is going to be Microsoft network interfaces. Okay, then parameters are going to be coming from different things. So this is a network security group name. So this is defined under the parameters section, okay, right there. Name is again going to come from our parameter section. Look, anywhere you see the parameter function, it's actually going to the parameter section, like in this section, and getting the name from here. So we have defined in here. Okay, so it's going to do a virtual network. It is going to do one subnet, and let's see, this is the public IP, and finally we have the VM name. So that's all that we need. And if you want to use, you can do like a download and save the file as a template and use this for your future deployment. At this time, you can say save, okay, and just say review and create. And you see, because it's a secure string, this is not shown. So the source group, you can use one for now, and let's just say review and create, see what happens. Validation failed, so something admin username, so just say admin and then review and create, and that will create, and that's about it. So this deployment we just started. Now let's go back to the template one more time while this deployment is going on. What you can also do, you can say build your own template in the editor. Okay, if you click on that one, okay, it is also going to give you something like this, a blank one. Well, let's do this. Let's talk about this one in the next video. So just to keep this video short. So this is one way to understand the deployment and how you can use the Azure portal to build your template and reuse the template. So again, over here, so now this is all done. So you can also go to the template section, and here all of the stuff you have done, it's there. Again, you can do download, and there's a new thing. You can also save the template, and you can say VM custom. Okay, I think you like that, VM custom, and then I can save this, and it's gonna say VM custom over here as well, and save this. So this template will also be saved in Azure in my template library. So that's about it. So I can go to now the resource group, and if you see uh, all that VM related stuff, they all got created. The security group, the simple VM, then the desk, and the network security group. I mean the network card and public IP address. Everything is there with the virtual network. So that's about it. The other place where you can go and also take a look. So if you see the deployments, it says to succeeded. You can click on there, and they have various type of deployments. You can go to the deployment, and that deployment will also take you to the last deployment, and it should have the template, and you can also get to the template from here as well and download. Okay, so that's a little bit how you can use the Azure and the templating feature to customize and learn more about the Azure deployment of virtual machines. Have fun. Thank you.